Japanese astronaut and a Russian cosmonaut all make up Crew 11. We don't know which one of them is right now experiencing a medical issue that is described as serious, but they are also described as stable. Yesterday, Michael Fink handed over command of the space station to a Russian onboard the station, and so now they begin their return to Earth, splashing down at 3:41 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow morning in the Pacific, and then on to Houston. Much more on NBC Nightly News.
Well, thank you so much, Tom, for that report. Hopefully everybody gets home safe and sound, and those medical issues, again, get all ironed out and taken care of. Now let's talk about your weather forecast. Of course, today has been kind of the active day. We've got rain showers moving across the east right now. It's been happening over the past couple hours, and, well, we've got a few more hours left to go before we can say we are done with the drops. But sitting further back towards the west, what do we've got? More rain on the horizon. The question is, how much of that rain is actually going to be able to make it over the mountains? Right now, it's looking like some of those drops may end up drying up before they actually reach into eastern North Carolina. So for our current state, we're watching again the rain showers we saw this afternoon continue to push their way eastward. Eastern half of eastern North Carolina, at least those of you watching on the eastern side of Highway 17, still again feeling the light to moderate downpours that are present, and all of that is going to head out into the Atlantic by the time we get to around 7 o'clock tonight, possibly even by 6. And then after that, we've got again a few spot showers that could move their way across the east really after midnight tonight. So really technically the very early hours of your Thursday morning. Right now, air temperatures in the upper 40s in Greenville, southerly breeze currently at 5 miles per hour, dew points up, but air temperatures again have come down from where they were earlier in the day. Still hanging on to a little bit of that heat closer to the water. Right now we've got 56 degrees in Plymouth, 54 in Oriental, 55 in Stumpy Point, 57 in Hatteras. As you head further inland, you're seeing more of the upper 40s. 47 degrees through Washington, Ahoskie, Williamston, and Goldsboro. 46 degrees right now in Kinston, along with Kenansville. 49 in Rocky Mount and Jacksonville. So there is certainly a cool down that's going to come with these drops, and as we wake up tomorrow morning, we're going to be seeing a stronger northwesterly breeze, and that's going to bring in even more cold air. Now, of course, it's going to come with some sunshine. Areas along the coast may wake up to a little bit of cloud cover, but certainly not as much as what we saw today. There will be far more sunshine in the sky by tomorrow afternoon than what we had for your Wednesday. But Friday is also looking like another sunny day. The difference between today and tomorrow and Friday is that we're going to be losing the cloud cover, losing the rain, and seeing air temperatures drop well below our seasonal average. We could be looking at about a 10 to 15 degree drop from today into tomorrow and Friday. And it all comes, again, with the passage of two frontal systems, one cold front going through, another one picking up the rains right behind it, and then all of the cold air gets reinforced as that high pressure system scoots its way eastward. Notice all of the snow flurries we're seeing across West Virginia. While those snow flurries will not make it into eastern North Carolina, at least not with this go-round, the air from those snow flurries, air cold enough to support snow, will be moving into eastern North Carolina. So again, air temperatures are going to be taking a hit. Make sure you have the jackets ready, not only for you, but for the kids as well as you head out the door tomorrow. Here's a look at what to expect hour by hour through the day tomorrow, starting out in the low to mid 30s between 7 and 9 a.m., getting into the upper 30s by 10 and 11, low 40s by noon. That's essentially where we're going to stay, in the low 40s for tomorrow afternoon. But it's going to feel colder thanks to that breeze. Inland areas should anticipate a 10 to 15 mile per hour sustained wind across eastern North Carolina. Those of you watching closer to the water, 15 to 20 mile an hour sustained winds. It is going to be cold, it's going to be breezy, and those breezes are going to make the chill a little bit more intense. Now, of course, we have got our eyes more on Sunday this coming week, as we are looking at a rain and potentially sleet, snow, wintry mix coming in on Sunday. That's why Sunday is now a first alert weather day. I mentioned earlier today that we would be keeping an eye on Sunday, and depending on what models show, we may end up again looking at a first alert weather day because of that wintry mix. It looks like that is now going to be the case coming up for Sunday. So air temperatures overnight, Saturday night into Sunday morning, below freezing. But more impressively, we're going to be seeing air temps really fall Sunday night into Martin Luther King Jr. Day. We're not looking at any sort of big school closures because of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and there are several school systems, again, that release even into Tuesday and Wednesday. But again, for people not riding a school bus to where you need to go during the morning commute, it is going to be a concern, especially if you work on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Something to keep an eye on as we head through the next few days. Right now, does not look like we'll see any sort of significant accumulations, but that can change if we see that rain, well, I should really say that precipitation move in a little bit later on in the day on Sunday. The later we get, the colder we get, and that can increase our snowfall potential if a lot of that precipitation, a lot of that moisture decides it wants to come in at the same time as that cold air. It's a difficult ask. It's a difficult ask, but right now this is looking like one of our better snow chances we have had so far this year. Now, coming up next week, we will maintain cold temperatures, but certainly not enough to warrant another round of snow watch, if you will. 40 degrees on Monday and Tuesday, turns to 44 on Wednesday, 43 on Thursday, with overnight lows staying well below freezing, down in the upper teens to low 20s. Well, that's all we have time for today's 4 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back coming up at 5 and 6 o'clock with a live shot on some of the news stories we've been following out of the newsroom. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. If I don't see you again at 5 and 6, make sure to tune in coming up tomorrow at 7:10 a.m. with Jim and Gigi.